Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. Cancer season was exhausting. It typically is. It was a lot. I feel like lots of realizations, lots of emotions, lots of new developments, lots of the unexpected. And I love that after the season of I feel, after the tsunami season, we are getting fucking Leo season. Finally, new stability, like fixed fire coming in to like dry out all of that saturation. Hey, Cancer. It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2024. Hydrate, light it if you got it. I really just want to get into it. It's Leo season, so it's very chop chop energy. And I feel like the recovery and the drying out process will be swift. I apologize if my mic is making any weird noises from me trying to find this position. But let's go ahead and clear out that wet, moldy ass energy. Welcoming in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2024, baby. It's been a lot. I even just like leaned into your energy and I got tired. There's just like a recovery process. That's okay. But I feel like in Leo season, we're going to realize what we learned in Cancer season. So let's get into it. Welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2024. It's been heavy. There was 2 fucking full moons in Capricorn. And goodness gracious. So first card to be clarified on the selenite throne. This is you showing up. You're showing up. You did the work. But I do feel like you're tired. You're exhausted in some sort of way. You're still processing all that you've learned. The High Priestess reverse says the first thing to be clarified in Leo season is you getting back to you. Making sure you're not in a place of coldness, that you're not in a place of guardedness, that your defenses aren't up, that your defenses aren't up in an inappropriate manner. Making sure that you're spending more, you're like improving the quality of your alone time. Yeah, 4 cups on the bottom of the deck. There's something there with like defensiveness. I feel like you're just like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, give me a minute. Give me a minute, and that's okay. I feel like you deserve a minute. I don't feel like Cancer season and Scorpio season and Capricorn season, I just feel like be fucking hitting horde. Some of y'all got your ass rocked in Cancer season, and you need to give yourself credit. You need to give yourself like time to recover, time to rebuild the shell, to figure out if you want to even go back to that same shell. Do you need a whole new shell? The High Priestess reverse could be like there's a lot of suspicion or lots of paranoia. There may be somebody very spiritual in your life, you or someone else, and you're like figuring out how to be in your divine feminine energy, how to acquaint yourself again or how to better your relationship to your divine feminine energy. Some of you may be feeling spiritually, creatively, emotionally blocked in Leo season. And in the ways that you were blocked, I feel like you're starting, like balance is being restored. There's something about integrating the lessons that you've learned from the light and the dark during Cancer season. There is, I also feel like make sure you're not leaning too much on feeling. We need the masculine and the feminine. You need to be accessing your logic and your intuition before you make a decision. Some of you are like overdoing it with the feelings, overdoing it with like trying to intuit everything versus sitting in a place of faith and understanding that the universe has your back. God got you. So it's okay for you to be in a place of uncertainty, because certainty is an illusion. And I feel like the divine has purposely confused a lot of us so that we can get back to listening again and being willing to listen and being able to sit in the uncomfortability versus constantly questioning your intuition. But I will say, some of us are not listening to our intuition. Some of us are not trusting our gut. Some of us are keeping a lot of secrets. Some of us are doing things in secret. Some of us are trying to avoid being found out. But I will say, what's done in the dark comes to light. I feel like a lot of us are recovering from those full moons in Capricorn, and we're really, interesting. And we're really questioning like our relationship. Some of us, the King and the Queen of Cups reversed came out. So if you were in a toxic situation or a toxic friendship, or it's time to let it go. Some of us, this is like a lot of like jealousy, or some of us are realizing like, oh my God, like I caught feelings. Oh my God, I feel differently. Oh my God, maybe I don't want that. Maybe I feel like a lot of us are learning what the truth is by way of jealousy. Or some of us are realizing that we're manipulative, or you're seeing the ways that you're manipulative. I say a lot of you, but flip it. You may be noticing this about somebody else, but I do feel like there is some kind of like partnership coming in big time, and it's an important one. You and this person are developing together. They may have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, but I feel like they're very creative. They're very, you or this person are very creative, very spiritual, and you may not see it. There's only 5 cards that I'm going to take. 3 of them are reversed. So this lets me know that there's stuff going on with your sight, your perspective, the way that you're viewing yourself and other people around you. The King of Cups at the center of the reading. The King of Cups is fucking jealous. King of Cups is manipulative, can be, deceitful, controlling, cold, very, very hard to read. You may be, either this is you showing up this way, or you're noticing that somebody else is like this. But I feel like bottom of the deck being the Four of Pentacles, it's time to like notice how deeply we've been operating from a place of lack or scarcity, or how we've been holding on to shit that ain't for us to hold on to. Things are not as they seem. And Leo is a season of light. Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun in astrology is what we know about ourselves to be true. So I'm telling you, what was done in the dark in our season is coming to light in Leo season. And I feel like there's big aha moments. The clarity you've been wanting is coming in. The awareness that you've been wanting is coming in. Final 2 cards, final 2 messages, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Nice. The Hierophant. What's keeping you from the next level, I feel like, is you assuming that you know everything. I feel like in Leo season, we really need to learn the difference between our emotions and our intuition. There's a new development there. I feel like mastery, comfortability comes when we learn how to ground ourselves, when we learn how to be patient. The Hierophant is like, yo, what's your relationship to tradition? What's your relationship to commitment? What's your relationship to mentorship or education? Maybe some of you are going back to school. Maybe some of you are going to be studying the mind, human behavior, studying spirituality. Some of you are really starting to figure out what you truly believe about commitment in marriage. Um, some of you are finally breaking up from somebody that was very manipulative or very sneaky, or someone maybe still spying on you, or some of us are in a place where we're realizing like, damn, I do want to commit to this person. I do want marriage. I do want things to go long term. I do want to settle down. Depending on where you fall on the spectrum, I just feel like there is a development where you're going to start to understand what you want long term. I also feel like any obstacle that comes your way in Leo season, the answer is information. Study it. There's a million fucking YouTube channels. There's a million YouTube videos on whatever it is that you're dealing with. There's a TED Talk. There's 100 TED Talks about it. You don't have to be lost in confusion. You need to be able to access your shadow, the real version of you, that darker version of you, and integrate and invest in. Oh, okay, damn. Final card being the Seven of Pentacles. This and him pointing towards the Hierophant. You need to invest in schooling. You need to invest in more knowledge. You need to invest in this person that you want to commit to. Some of you are afraid that somebody's going to be worse than they actually are, or some of you are ignoring the fact that you know that somebody's a little crazy or somebody's a little deceitful. I feel like either way, Cancer, Pisces, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, your relationship to your intuition just needs a bit of an overhaul. 1111. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thank you for generating clarity into our lives and bringing clarity into our lives and giving us the solid, rock solid awareness of what the plan is. Make plain to us what is the plan. Remove doubt from our lives. Remove doubt from our minds. Give us this overwhelming access to faith and trusting you and trusting that everything is happening for us. Give us the strength to detach ourselves from deceitful or manipulative people. Give us the awareness. Give us the clarity. Give us the knowing that, you know, if something is not for us, give us the awareness. Because judgment would have been the final card on the deck. I mean, the judgment would have been the bottom of the deck. But the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Wands came out. And so I do feel like there's something here about taking the road less traveled, knowing that you were divinely supported to go in a different direction. It's just going to require you to be honest about what it is that you're feeling. Get off the fence. Get out of this place of prioritizing the past. Cancer rules the past, and you can spend an inappropriate amount of time thinking about the past. And I feel like there's still heartbreak, there's still disappointment that has led to so much indecision and like mental conflict. And you need to let yourself see the facts, let yourself learn, let yourself be shown. And this is going to require you wading in the waters of uncertainty for a while. And you need to be comfortable in the uncertainty anyway, because certainty is an illusion. You know? But with Judgment underneath there, and we're diving a little bit into the plunge, I really don't feel like going on the whole spiel. I hope to see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. All the links to all my shit is in the description box below. If you have commitment issues and you don't want to join my ethical cult, you can buy these individually on Patreon now. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Okay. But I feel like there are decisions that are coming up, and you need to be in a place of accessing your logic and your intuition before you make these decisions. Some of you are thinking about moving. Some of you are thinking about traveling. You're being called to travel, called to do something else. There also could be confrontation. Some of you may hear from somebody from the past, and I'm going a little bit into the plunge right now. Somebody from the past may really show you their true colors. You may have been dating this person, or worked for this person, or married this person, and I feel like you're about to see their true character. And I say a lot of you, but flip it, someone from the past may be really calling out your shitty behaviors. Cancer energy is a little slutty, and I love that about us, but there's something there, like if you don't have personal like morals or ethics or boundaries, like you can make shit real unnecessarily fucked up. Hydrate. And you got to decide like which side of the fence you want to be on. And understand that when you lie, you'll be lied to. When you cheat, you'll be cheated. And I feel like some of us are just so scared of being deceived, when all we need to focus on is developing ourselves, and let God handle the rest. Let the divine handle the rest. But you are being, I do feel like you've been doing your work, you've been studying, the fruit of your labor is coming in. This could be more money. This could be, some project that you've invested in really taking off. You being seen as a spiritual leader, or a mentor, or a guide of some sort of way. Some of you may be going into teaching. I feel like you need to invest in teaching, invest in guiding other people or mentoring other people. Some of you are looking for keys that you already have, looking for answers that you already have, but you're afraid to take that leap of faith. You have so much power. The world is in your hands. And it's time to figure out why you're doing what you're doing, and why are you thinking about taking this next step. Don't forget to get to the why. And also, I'll leave you with this. If something feels off, it is. And that offness may be in you, which means you don't need to be going full force. Leo season is going to light things up and speed things up naturally anyway. But let's zoom out. Okay. 2 major arcana. This is the last reading. None of the readings had more than 2 major arcanas. 2 major arcana and 2 court cards. So I do feel like who you pair with, who you couple with, the company that you keep, who you surround yourself with in Leo season really is going to impact your mental health. It's really going to impact your spiritual health. So you need to be choosy, not boozy. So you need to be choosy and bougie about who you hang out with. Let your standards raise. It's time to get clear about what's keeping you from the next level of prosperity, or the next level of financial success. What's keeping you is knowledge, period. So give yourself the knowledge. And I feel like this is a season where you're needing to let yourself get more comfortable and leaning on your logic. Because I feel like our emotions are a bit on the fritz after our season. And I'm not saying that you can't trust yourself. If it doesn't, eat the meat, leave the bones. For those of you who feel rock solid in your intuition and that's all that you're listening to, do you, boo-boo. But there's something here about like just taking some time to make sure that things are sensical. With the High Priestess reversed, the Queen of Cups. Okay, the Queen of Cups is so intuitive. The only one, the High Priestess is the most intuitive, and then it's the Queen of Cups. And with them both being out and reversed, I feel like there's just going to be some challenges around your intuition. You just may be feeling blocked. And I feel like you're not being blocked. You're being pushed towards concrete evidence. Like you're being pushed towards some like grounding versus being in spending so much time in the ether. Spending so much time like trying to discern versus letting yourself know. You know, Leo season is I will, but the opposite of Leo is Aquarius, and that's I know. And so the shadowy part of this season is what you think you know versus what you actually know, and versus what is actually real and true. But you know, there's polarity to everything. There's two sides to every coin. I just feel like in Leo season, you need to let yourself take a break, go with the flow. If people feel, you may be feeling very hyper emotional. There could be emotional outbursts. You may be dealing with somebody who is, okay, so there's two sides of this coin. The king and queen of cups reversed can be two very fucking toxic people coming together and like making more toxicity. Or some of you are having like really beautiful emotional outpourings with someone else. And you may be afraid to trust it. And I feel like there's such a deep connection that's coming in that it's what you're questioning, or the questioning that you're doing may be based on previous pain. It's like, oh, something's too good to be true. But why is that? That's a self-worth thing. Don't you believe, don't you know that you can have things that are extraordinary? You can have connections that are extraordinary. You can have relationships that are magical and miraculous. And I feel like you need to invest in letting yourself feel worthy of that standard. Okay. Also, the Hierophant and the High Priestess are out. And I love that because these are two archetypes that normally would not pair with another. But if they were going to pair with anybody, it would be each other. You may be at a distance from this person. You may be, I feel like one is really spiritual, one's really like moral and logical. There's like multiple like power couples here. The king and queen of cups are like together. They're a force. They're a power couple. The high priestess and the hierophant, baby, that's what you hold out for. I've been saying that for years. I am a high priestess and I want my hierophant. And some of y'all fuck around and get it. And you need to only invest. It may be somebody with Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, or Virgo placements. Maybe somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. But I feel like the keys are being handed to you and you need to invest in developing your self-worth and standing 10 toes down on receiving what it is that you want, what you have asked the universe for, and settling for nothing less. For those of you who are already part of the Spartan Spirit Squadron, some of you Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Risings, I feel like your jumbo is here. And you may be really questioning that. And it's okay. Take your fucking time. Take your time. I want to clarify these motherfucking cards. I love you. I'll see you over on Patreon. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.